Yolo Causeway. Looking back at the Bay Bridge, we're looking good both directions. No problems here in or out of San Francisco. And we go back to the East Bay where we do have an earlier accident still clearing up the Encino westbound 84 just before 680. A lane was blocked here, so anticipate some brake lights if you're traveling on westbound 84. And looking at the Altamont once again, just a slight delay on eastbound 580 just past North Flynn. Your next update coming up at 9:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Thank you, Joe. It looks like a clear, albeit chilly weekend ahead. Plenty of sunshine. We'll have the highest right around 60 degrees, lows upper 30s to mid-40s for both our Saturday and our Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. It's Friday, February the 9th, 2024, coming up on KCBS.
I'm Chris St. Carlo. The three men accused of killing a security guard protecting a TV news crew are now facing new charges. I'll have the details.
I'm Michael Wald in San Francisco, where city leaders say enjoy the Super Bowl, but celebrate a 49ers win safely. I'm
Message
Lisa Clancy.
received.
CBS
Do you
News
want to
covers
hear
our
it?
world, coming up next. When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and
Message
HD1,
received.
San Francisco,
Do you want to hear it?
Oakland, San Jose, and on 9 o'clock.
Is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Aaron Rubin. 2 people are dead after a plane landed on a busy highway during rush hour in southwest Florida. CBS's Manuel Bojorquez reports.
A private jet crashed into the southbound lanes of Interstate 75 near Naples, Florida, sending a massive fireball into the air.
Both engines, emergency. I'm making emergency landing. Emergency, clear to land, runway 23. How did it 23? We're clear to land, but we're not going to make the runway.
Eyewitnesses along the crowded highway captured the aftermath. The plane engulfed in flames. The wreckage slammed up against the highway barrier. Emergency crews rushed to the scene, closing the interstate in both directions.
A full day for the president Friday as the White House tried to control the damage from the special counsel's comments about his memory. CBS's Willie James Inman.
President Biden welcomed German Chancellor Olaf Scholz to the White House to discuss the war in Ukraine. The meeting comes one day after Special Counsel Robert Hur questioned the president's mental fitness in a report about his handling of classified documents. Hur declined to seek charges, saying Mr. Biden would likely present himself to a jury, as he did during our interview with him, as a sympathetic, well-meaning, elderly man with a poor memory.
And the White House calls those comments politically motivated. The big island of Hawaii was rattled by an earthquake. The U.S. Geological Survey's Mike Pollin.
Hawaii, like many places, is earthquake country, and this sort of event hopefully serves as more motivation for people to be prepared, not just on the island of Hawaii where we see a lot of this seismicity, but really statewide.
And the Los Angeles area also saw an earthquake on Friday. Israel's prime minister is planning a new offensive against Hamas in southern Gaza. CBS's Deborah Patta reports from Jerusalem.
It's been 125 days of war, one of the deadliest in modern history, prompting President Biden's strongest rebuke of Israel yet, calling its conduct in Gaza over the top. But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is clearly not listening, instead ordering his military to come up with a plan to evacuate civilians in Rafah ahead of a massive push there.
Yes, of course, Sunday is Super Bowl 58 on CBS between the Chiefs and 49ers, but it's also Puppy Bowl 20 with 131 adoptable puppies. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's 9:03 at the Bay Area's news station, KCBS. Mostly sunny but chilly weekend ahead for your Lunar New Year and Super Bowl Sunday. Good evening, I'm Lisa Clancy, and here's what's happening at this hour. The Alameda County DA has announced new charges against the men accused of killing a former police officer who was providing security for a television news crew. KCBS's Chris Carlo reports the changes could mean longer sentences.
Ron Gilbert, Herschel Hale, and Shadahia Mitchell are accused in the killing of Kevin Nishida the day before Thanksgiving in 2021. Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price says her office has been reviewing the case.
The previous prosecutors who charged the case under my predecessor made certain mistakes about who was responsible for the murder of Kevin Nishida and failed to include some charges that we deemed appropriate.
She says the new charges include gun and gang enhancements. Gilbert was just captured by U.S. Marshals a little more than 2 weeks ago.
Once Mr. Gilbert was returned to Alameda County, the complaint against defendants Hale and Mitchell was recently dismissed and refiled today to allow them to be recharged and tried together with defendant Gilbert.
Virginia Nishida is Kevin Nishida's widow. She says it looked as if the men were headed for a plea deal, but the refiling may change that.
Small bit of hope today that these charges were recharged and that it's added a lot more than it had before.
The new charging documents single out Gilbert as the trigger man. All three are due in court next month. In Oakland, Chris Carlo, KCBS.
San Francisco officials say the city is open for business in a big way for this Sunday's Super Bowl. But as KCBS's Mike DeWald reports, the excitement also comes with a word of caution.
Let's go Niners! It was a pep rally atmosphere at the crossing at East Cut, where the city will host a free watch party for about 1,200 people. Mayor London Breed says visit the bars, enjoy the game, and celebrate a win, but be safe.
We don't want all that craziness. We don't want to be breaking people's windows and carrying on. We don't want to take a joyous occasion and turn it into something else.
San Francisco police will be on high alert.
When this city is on the national spotlight come Sunday night, we want to show people what this city is made of. We know how to do it, and we know how to do it right.
Police Chief Bill Scott says officers will respond as needed, and the Giants' World Series wins can be a guide, but only to a point.
The city is different than it was in 2010. We have areas of town that were virtually like, the Mission Bay area that virtually didn't exist back then.
Mayor Breed bet Kansas City's mayor Dungeness Crab and a replica of the Golden Gate Bridge. She says she's looking forward to reaping the rewards of a win.
Well, yes, they bet us the same thing they bet us the last time, the barbecue.
In San Francisco, Mike DeWald, KCBS.
Niners pride is on full display in the city of San Jose. KCBS's Mary Hughes has the details.
If you're a Niners fan, you might notice some familiar colors all around downtown San Jose today.
Red and gold all the way.
It's all part of the city's efforts to show its support for the Niners ahead of Super Bowl Sunday.
We're all collaborating together across San Jose to really show our 49er faithful and our entire world how committed to the Niners we are.
You'll be able to see the red and gold light up places like City Hall and the Winchester Mystery House through the weekend. And there'll be signage on buildings like Big Game Energy at the Convention Center or Let's Go Red and Gold at the Center for Performing Arts. For Francis Wong, Director of Communications for Visit San Jose, the city showing off its Niners pride is a no-brainer.
San Jose is a very proud and important destination for 49ers fans and football fans.
And if this big show of support helps keep the city in mind for football fans when it's time for Super Bowl 60, which will be hosted by Levi Stadium, then all the better. Hughes, KCBS.
Just ahead on KCBS.
This is Shannon Golden. Ahead of the Lunar New Year, the San Francisco Police Department says watch out for blessing scams.
Traffic and weather together on KCBS. Joe Hoskinson is in the traffic center. We're going back down to San Jose.
Yeah, definitely a hot spot here, northbound 101 before Oakland Road. A multiple car crash. It looks like we do have the two right lanes closed, and that's going to explain the backup that we're seeing right now in northbound 101. It is from almost Allen Rock Avenue. It's road work that's slowing you down on 87, northbound 87 in South San Jose. We're going to find that road work right near, just north of Kirtner, or Capitol Expressway rather, so I expect to see that slow traffic. One lane is open, but only one lane. And let's go back to Sausalito, seeing delays on southbound 101 near Rodeo Avenue. Also, an accident in Petaluma, South 101 before Washington Street. 3 cars involved. Looks like the fire crews have arrived on the scene. Somebody is hurt in this crash. They have taken away the right lane. Southbound 101 just before Washington in Petaluma. Of course, if you do spot a traffic problem, you can call it in. KCBS phone force line is 415-391-KCBS. Your next update, 9:18 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Thank you, Joe. Mostly clear tonight. Lows get pretty chilly, though. Upper 30s to mid 40s. And then For your Lunar New Year tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, highs only into the upper 50s, right around 60 degrees. Some light winds expected by the water in the afternoon. There is a frost advisory in the North Bay until 9 a.m. tomorrow, and a coastal flood advisory in effect until 1 p.m. on Saturday. Now, it looks like a couple degrees cooler on Sunday, but still very seasonal weather. And pretty clear, no rain in sight, at least for a couple of days. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Do you need more time to get a health insurance plan for 2024? If so, I have some good news. You now have till February 9th to enroll through Covered California. With financial help, your plan could be $10 or less per month. And there's more help this year to lower the cost of doctor visits, prescriptions, and emergency care. So don't wait. Sign up by Friday, February 9th. Covered California is ready to help you every step of the way. Just go to coveredca.com.
Stop your search for the blood and find your perfect mattress match at Mancini's Sleep World. Save up to $1,000. Plus, get interest-free financing during our President's Day sale. Save on mattresses from Tempur-Pedic, Avocado, Beauty Rest, and more. Plus, shop queen-size mattresses starting at only $199 with guaranteed best prices. Free next-day delivery and setup in your home. Plus, old mattress removal. Your perfect match is waiting for you online or in stores at Mancini's Sleep World.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
KCBS News Time is 9:10. For those who celebrate the Lunar New Year, it's a time to bid good riddance to bad fortune and usher in prosperity. But KCBS's Shannon Golden tells us the San Francisco Police Department is warning you to be wary of scammers who claim to offer blessings that could turn into nightmares.
Today, the SFPD announced 2 distinct instances of blessing scams so far this year in the span of just 2 days. Suspects convinced elderly women from the city's Chinese community that they could perform a blessing ceremony on their valuables to rid them of harmful spirits. District Attorney Brooke Jenkins says these scams have been a recurring issue for the city.
Especially now, where we are talking so much about generosity and goodwill and good luck during the Lunar New Year.
In both cases, they accompanied the victim's home and swindled hundreds of thousands in jewelry and cash.
Anyone asking you for money and jewelry are scammers. Do not engage and leave immediately.
That's Annie Chung, CEO of the local nonprofit Self-Help for the Elderly. She urges elderly Chinese community members to be wary of strangers who claim to be doctors or monks.
Ask your neighbors, your relatives, your elderly friends, and alert them of these blessing scams happening.
In Portsmouth Square, Shannon Golden, KCBS.
Californians hoping to sign up for health insurance through the state's Covered California Marketplace have until midnight tonight to submit their applications. Covered California extended the January 31st deadline due to high demand and a cybersecurity incident. More than 1 million Californians have already enrolled. Rates are up about 9.6% due to various factors, but most customers receive subsidies. Coming up in sports, Super Bowl 58 is almost here. Matt Pittman in 2 minutes.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger. Because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, go to Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's not the heat, it's the humidity. And it really is the humidity, especially when trying to get a comfortable night's sleep.
Sleepworks designed their sleep system to reduce the moisture, making you more dry and comfy. And they also use natural cotton and wool to make sure you stay dry. Don't suffer any more hot, sleepless nights. Sleep well on a breathable mattress from European Sleepworks at Adeline and Ashby in Berkeley, or online at sleepworks.com.
Can't sit with this cold.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey, you need NyQuil Severe Honey. NyQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a dreamy honey taste. Feeling better, honey? Honey? I'll take that again. Try NyQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu symptom relief. NyQuil Severe with honey flavor. Nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever. Delicious, best sleep with a cold. Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Anjali.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just got an alert for a strange charge on my card.
No problem. We make sure you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card. Let's see. Did you purchase something from a t-shirt cannon store yesterday?
Absolutely not. No, I already have like 3.
$0 fraud liability guarantee. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard. Limitations apply.
Coming up on KCBS, you're not alone. Why so many of us are actually watching the Super Bowl for the commercials. Here's Matt Pittman.
49ers talking up how the last 3 days of the work week in Las Vegas were all about the focus on the game and having great practices ahead of Super Bowl 58 Sunday against the Kansas City Chiefs. 49ers linebacker Fred Warner says that means getting off to a better start than San Francisco has in its first 2 playoff games this season. The division round against the Packers and the NFC Championship game against the Lions. Both games they had to come back from early deficit. Fred Warner.
Yeah, it was always bittersweet for both those games, you know, because obviously you're so happy and excited that you won the game and you're able to advance and doing the things necessary to win the game, but also knowing that that's not our standard.
On the Kansas City side, 4th time in 5 years, the Chiefs will be playing in a Super Bowl, looking to become the first team in 19 years to repeat as back-to-back champs. Led by 2-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, just 28 years old, the amazing Patrick Mahomes, who says the Chiefs know the Niners will come out ready.
Yeah, I think we got to first off take care of the football. They're very opportunistic. They get turnovers, they fly to the football, they play hard, and then we have to match their intensity. I mean, they're a really good team. Offense, defense, special teams, they do it all, and so we have to match that intensity through and through in order to win the football game.
Kickoff's just about here. Super Bowl 58
You're not
Sunday,
supposed to do
3:30
that,
games
but
on
people do
CBS.
it.
At the sports desk, Matt Pittman, KCBS.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Have weekend plans?
Heads up for those of you who are headed out of the Bay Area, perhaps to Sacramento or Tahoe.
Take us along for the ride.
And we're already in the thick of it now.
KCBS is the only Bay Area radio station staying live and local around the clock this weekend. It's one more reason why we're the Bay Area's #1 news station. All news, all the time, right here on KCBS. Your Live Nation lineup. Lucas Nelson at DOTR at the Fillmore February 28th and 29th. Dimitri Martin at Palace of Fine Arts March 24th. Parade for the Riff Raff at August Hall April 1st. For tickets and info, hit up livenation.com.
Traffic and weather together on the 8th at 9:18. We're going back to Fairfield with Joe.
Yeah, we've got this crash on eastbound 80. It is right at Sassoon Valley Road, which is just past 680. The overturned car still has the left lane blocked, and traffic is still back up towards 680. And again, this is on eastbound 80 near Sassoon Valley Road. And road work in the Fairfield area, west 80 Lagoon Valley Road, should be out towards Air Base Parkway. The two left lanes are closed off. And we're also going to find some slow traffic in the back of the